You ever have one of those days where the walls are seemingly just creeping in on you? Today's one of those days for me. I came so close to wanting to get outside, and actually I came close to heading outside to go shooting some video, actually. I've been playing around with this Sony ZV-1 over the last 60 days. We get a number of questions from you guys on budget-friendly camera. And I've had this for 60 days now, and we're pretty close to that. And I have to say, this thing's actually one of those cameras. I think it's like 648 when I got it was on sale. I think it's 748 normal price. This thing punches way out of its price range. But anyways, I think I'll release a video on this thing next week. But it's too windy. It's way too windy, and it's cold out. And I know many of you up in snow country are probably like having your choice of words about me saying that living in California, but it's it's even more embarrassing to say it's 64 degrees. It feels like it's the Arctic out there right now. But anyways, so I'm gonna stay inside and shoot Photography Talk episode 113. Plus, now that I'm thinking about it, even with this dead cat on here, although I may still do it, that would be testament to see how well this dead cat actually works on there. But at any rate, let's get on to Photography Talk episode 113. Now in the news this week, Canon has hiked up prices on some of their lenses, and the price hikes aren't exactly small either. Now another Canon news, rumor has it that there's going to be 3 new Canon lenses or mirrorless cameras that are actually in the works. What might they be? Well, we're going to talk about that here in a moment. Also in this week's news, we're going to chat about our old friends at Syrp and how they're rebranding and refocusing for the future. But first, guys, as I always do in the beginning of these videos, I gotta ask for it. You see, we put these videos together in these small little bite-sized little nude nuggets to keep you informed as far as what's happening in the industry, to keep you on top of things, what's happening going on. So if we're successful, if you find some value with this video, if you can do me a favor, hit that like button down below. As I keep saying over and over again, it really does help with the YouTube algorithm. That said, my friend, let's get on to this week's headlines. Now, if you're on the market for any new Canon lenses, RF or EF, you might have to pay a little bit more for them than, for example, a year ago.
No! God, please, no!
Now, Canon recently announced that the prices on selected lenses are going to be going up. Now, in some cases, the price hike is $200, but other lenses have smaller increases. So, for example, the EF 800mm, that's a f11, went up $100 to $999. Now, the EF 85mm 1.8 went up $80 for $499. But the biggest hike of all is the EF 200-400 f4. That went up $1,000.
Damn!
So that lens is now $11,999.
Now you may be saying, Alex, what's with the price hike?
It's likely a result of the economics of the pandemic, or that the pandemic has really caused for Canon here with certain supply chains. Now, food for thought, you might also be able to find these lenses at old prices at certain retailers. I would guess probably better chance at the small mom and pops, depending upon whether or not they still have stock of the inventory that they purchased before the price hike. So just kind of food for thought. If you're looking for a Canon lens, EF or RF, probably makes more sense to do this sooner than later. And if you luck out, you might be able to, or if you shop around a little bit, you might be able to find it at the old price. Just throwing that little tip out there. Now, a while back, we discussed that in 2022, we could see a lot of new cameras coming from Canon. Now, current rumors suggest that we're going to see multiple mirrorless cameras from Canon by the end of the year. Now, one of the cameras is rumored to be the APS-C option, perhaps a mirrorless version of the 7D series that has huge burst rate and advanced autofocus, among many other features. Now, this would be a huge development for the EOS R lineup, as there are no current crop sensor options. Now, another big development for the EOS R system would be an addition of a new budget-friendly full-frame option. Now, currently, the EOS RP, which that came out March 2019, I think it was. That occupies a space, but that camera is getting a little old and needs to be updated with more current specs and features. Now, I'm going to have more updates on these cameras as they come out, so definitely stay tuned for that. Now, if you've read anything about budget-friendly motion control devices over the last decade or so, there's a good chance that you've read about Syrp. Now, as many of you know, I've had a number of their products over the years, like the GD motion control device, and they've always been a joy to use. They're well built and they're impeccably designed. But now Syrp is moving away from product management and getting into more of the research and development side instead. So as part of a rebrand, existing Syrp products will be acquired by Manfrotto Move line of products. Now, you may know that Manfrotto and Syrp share the same parent company, and Syrp will now go by Syrp Labs. Now, in addition to focusing on research and development, Syrp Labs will also strive to offer educational opportunities for content creators, like offering advice on what tools you need to create certain content and how to use those tools to create the most compelling videos possible. Now, these guys were acquired by the same folks that owned Manfrotto a handful of years back, and honestly, I don't know who's left over there, but back in the day, I've had many discussions with the old owner of Syrp and a lot of the team. These people are really super bright. So if there's a team that can really crush it in the R&D sector for video, it's those folks over at Syrp Labs. So good luck to those guys as they chart a new path into the future. And friend, that is it for this week's headlines. Let's close off by having a closer look at our current giveaway. Here are the 3 prizes that we have this month. We have an f-stop Lotus bag, a Peak Design duffel bag, and of course the old faithful $100 Adorama gift card. As always, entering the giveaway is really simple. Step 1, like this video and subscribe to our channel. Step 2, leave a comment below. In fact, the more of our videos that you watch and leave a comment on, the more chances that you have to win. So get watching some of our other videos and leave some comments. Step 3, register on PhotographyTalk and introduce yourself in the forum. Now, if you already registered on the site to introduce yourself during one of the last giveaways, you're still eligible to win. But as I keep saying over and over again, swing on by, say hello, post some photos, let us know how you've been doing. Friend, that is it. For complete details on the giveaway or how to register on PhotographyTalk or how to say hello in the forum, check out the description below. Good luck. And, well, one last little thing. If you enjoy this sort of content, head over to PhotographyTalk and sign up for an account. It's free to do so, and it's going to give you access to literally thousands of photography-related articles on the site, including news articles, camera gear, photography tutorials, and much, much more. So take a moment, sign up for an account, and get access to material that will help you take your best shot. All right, guys, that is all I have here for you today for Photography Talk 113. So it's that time of the video where, of course, I'm going to ask you to do all that YouTube stuff that is oh so valuable to the channel. So if you found some value with this video, if you can hit that like button down, oops, I didn't mean to turn this thing on. Hit that like button down below. If you're currently not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And last but not least, kick that bell so that you're notified each time that we come out with a new video, like the one on the Sony ZV-1 next week. And that is it, guys. So I'm going to be jumping on my studio, so you get out there, stay healthy, and take your best shot.